starts when you start spending money that a country doesn't have, you basically go into a debt spiral. You cause inflation. That means that people don't really want to engage a whole lot because everything's too expensive. It means you don't have aspirations to have families, buy property, go places, do things, and have an interesting life because you can't afford it. So then it causes this compound suppressive effect that we're all living through. This clip, man, was probably an eye-opener for a lot of people that are on Morning Joe. And I'm sure they're going to all blame this on Trump. You know, it's all Trump. But this is devastating. What we've been seeing in these recent years is just an acceleration of this. I think for both parties. We watched what they did just last week.
Our hair.
Through disgusting additional foreign aid that America can't pay for over a Saturday weekend. So here is Scott Galloway. This clip is lit.
For the first time in our nation's history, a 30-year-old man or woman isn't doing as well as his or her parents were at 30. That is the social compact breaking down. People aged 30 to 34, 60% of them in 1990 had one child. Now it's 27%. People are opting out of America. They're not optimistic about it. They're not having kids. Young people aren't having sex.
Michael.
They're not meeting. They're not mating. The pool of emotionally and economically viable men shrinks every day, which lessens household formation. So young people are enraged. So it turns every cut, every movement into an opportunistic confection because, quite frankly, they are just pissed off. They look up, they see wealth, exceptional wealth across my generation, people in certain industries, and they are really struggling. Their purchasing power is going down, and the incumbents create artificial scarcity on campus. We take pride in rejecting 9% of our applicants. So the incumbents already have a degree through the degree growth and value. They're very concerned with housing and traffic, length beyond the housing.
That's what everything's going to
now. Sequestered from young people.
It's the contract here.
From 290 to 420 in the last 4 years.
I was. I'll
So
try
a young person, a house, stocks that I don't own.
To your neck of the woods? Yeah.
Let's have COVID.
Yeah, we're staying in Carnegie.
The markets and take assets
Area of
way
Pittsburgh.
up because if 1 million people dying would be bad, would be tragic if I got less wealthy. And I am doing it on their credit card. Young people have every reason to be enraged, and every issue they see, they look up, they get angry, they see someone doing better than them, and then every day it is speedballed in their face that they are failing, that they are not doing as well as everyone around them. We have lost the script. Our kids are more anxious, they're more depressed, they're more obese, they're more addicted, and we have made a purposeful decision to let this happen by ensuring the people around this table stay wealthy at the cost of young people.
Oh, man. Cramming it right back in their faces. And I think he makes a good point. I don't know anything about this dude, right? I don't know if he comes back out and says, we're going to vote for Biden or whatever. But, you know, I think he makes a good point. This is what happens when you have soft money, when your money just doesn't really mean anything, and it keeps getting inflated. And you know, people here, I know I'm preaching to the choir on this, but we've been screaming about this since the beginning of COVID, right? The show was birthed out of COVID. Like, our government is going to wreck everything over this. And guess what? They did. And this is now, you know, been compounding for 4 years now since COVID hit. Oh, guess who's here? Stop, dude. You're like, this is friggin' brutal. He's like, stop complaining about the kids, okay? I'm worried about my 401k, all right? We need to keep printing this stuff. He's like, shut up, all right? Shut up about the 20-year-olds, whatever. See, he's like uncomfortable with it physically. Because I think there's a lot of...
Where is the casino in Pittsburgh?
You know, I hope that the people who were really pounding the table about the $1,200...
Yeah, we might hit that up.
Huh? Yeah, maybe. Checks or whatever are satisfied. Even our Congress people are not immune to the dire times. You see Representative begging this. Amazing. Probably Trump's fault. How dare his racist policies enable this to happen? Here's the story. California Senate candidate given a rude welcome to San Francisco was a victim of carjacking just hours before dinner. Thieves broke into his car that was parked in a downtown parking garage and stole his bags without business clothes to wear. Schiff proceeded to the event in shirt sleeves and a hiking vest, according to the Chronicle. At the dinner, Schiff thanked Joe Crotchet for supporting Schiff's bid to replace Dianne Feinstein. He said, I guess it's welcome to San Francisco, joked Crotchet's press agent. He's like, yeah, I can't wait to be responsible for this. Now, during the remarks, Schiff was reportedly unperturbed by the theft. yes, they took my bags, but I'm here to thank Joe. Doesn't want to talk about it. His resilient demeanor prompted a compliment from Katya. She's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, you know, they know you and your party are responsible for this. Like, you're the victim of your own, wasted by your own petard that you don't even have now because they stole it from you. He's going to change the Senate tremendously, says Katya. The apparent theft came just days after the San Jose mayor and his security guard was also assaulted downtown San Jose. You know, I don't want anybody getting mugged or robbed, but I mean, if everyone else is getting mugged or robbed, Congress should be putting it on, I guess. While interviewing the mayor, a man was shouting at us, fought the security guard. Nice town. All right, so that's what's happening over there with Schiff. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he just walked out and took a dump on the street too? I don't know. I don't know. What are they doing? Schiff's like, well, you know, when this happens, I might as well just go to the bathroom. Is here a good spot? Should I just, right here? All right. Well, and he just drops down. You know, who knows what he's doing. It's like, I guess if you're in San Francisco, if you're going to get robbed, you might as well just use their toilets too. Who's joining us? It's a beautiful day, my friends. Happy Friday. Grateful to have you here. How is the week unfolding? Hey, yeah, Dan has a nice link to the criminal case in Arizona against the alternate electors. Yeah, we might try to squeeze that one in on the afternoon show.
The what?
See how long the day's trial is today. And we might try to get to Arizona today because there's a little indictment on that, and then Chris Mays came out and made her announcement. There's some reaction to that. I mean, you know, I think it's going to be largely the same thing as what Fannie was doing, or I think Michigan's probably going to be the same thing, so it's going to be the same pattern that we've already seen, but we've still got to go through it, obviously. What's up, Boopsy? Good morning. We got gypsies here. The Rubos are in the house. Here's one. They've got Trump pretty much gagged up. What's this one? Let the 2024 campaign begin. Trump poll numbers, gag order, Biden, Judge Burkhan, punching bag, sippy cup from Branko. All right, that's funny from KTJ. Hey, Bonnie says the LA mayor had her residence broke into too.
It's a beautiful state.
Everyone knows you
they're
can't
just
leave your
letting me
bags
destroy.
there.
California?
Yeah.
In San Francisco.
Never
Oh, hey,
been.
is this
Never been.
luggage thief? Is that guy? I think I know who that is. Hey, was Adam going to a Rubble hot dogs and spaghetti diner? Good question. Hey, it's Jupiter. Is that Jupiter? Blocky says the Juno space probe captured one of the storms on Jupiter, some of the biggest and most violent in the solar system. Man, space is just awesome. Look at this. Crazy. And you know that red dot that's on Jupiter could fit. It's like 3 Earths, right? 3 different Earths fit in there. Just that little red dot. It's this giant storm. The size of 3 Earths. Crazy. Good to see you, Blocky. Space is pretty cool. I was, gosh, what was I reading about the other day? Man, I love going down space rabbit holes. Oh, I was reading about faster than light travel and the different mechanisms and methodologies for doing that. You know, how feasible they actually are and how much energy it would take. But I was reading about constant acceleration. So it was a wild concept. So basically, if you can accelerate constantly at 1g, 1 Earth g, just accelerate that direction, you can create some Earth gravity. You take like an endless amount of energy that we don't have right now, but theoretically you can do it. But you could travel basically to the Milky Way galaxy and back in one lifetime, which would be a lot of Earth times because of relativity. But you could theoretically like travel to the center of the galaxy. Now you have to accelerate consistently.
Would you do that? There's there's 3 black holes in the middle of the galaxy.
Anyways, it's fascinating stuff. What's up, Dilene? Wacko Secret Service agent just had a total meltdown. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Where's JC says, I started a starter home in the county last year. My mortgage is $1,800 for a 1,400 square foot home. On top of that, everything is way more expensive in the county last year. That's interesting. Where's JC? Yeah, it's like how are the youth going to get? Things are going up like mad. What's up, Boopsy?
Is this closed?
I don't know about that. I just get curious about weird
I fucked.
Can't get anywhere.
The
Well, I'd have
idea-
fucking gone over the median and gotten back off.
Some sort of
We ain't going to Chicago, that's for sure.
cool stuff. Not that I'm going to go anywhere anytime soon. I don't think. I don't
look
think
at my,
I'm gonna go to Galaxy
bus.
Center.
I saw that.
22 Dragon says LAPD is now
70s, baby.
sub 9,000 coppers, right? Cops are bailing out of all this stuff. Yeah, well, they've had enough of it, I think. Why? Why would they stick around? They're absolutely getting castigated for doing their jobs. I think there was another George Floyd situation that happened. You guys see that one was floating around? Apparently another man was resisting arrest. Got the
A circus of events.
back, now dead.
What up, buddy?
Protests.
I'm gonna watch your 8-minute video pretty soon.
Trying to take over the typical Trump rally of 4 more years. Next, you'll be hearing MSM and the left claiming it's always been their thing and Trump conservatives are copying him. Yeah, well, I think 4 more years is kind of a standard moniker for the incumbent. You know, whoever's in office, they'll say it. But I think what they're really trying to copy is the enthusiasm. You know, that felt totally scripted. Like they put 4 more years in the script, so when it came up, everybody started screaming it right on cue, and they saved it for us. Guys, how many people are in that crowd? It's your union people. That's all. Crash says, "What's up, Crash?" Says the truly sad part of the 4 more years.
Well, I got 3.5 hours of boring, so
right there, the spontaneous.
check it out anyway.
And his programs. Jill should be indicted for elder abuse. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Joe knows really what's going on. You can see it in his face. He seems like nervous. It's like, you know, when you do something a lot, it becomes kind of second nature. So they just put Joe in front of teleprompters. I don't really think he knows much where he is, what he's doing, what he's saying. He just reads it. And moments like that capture that. I'm sure in your whatever it is you do, you can kind of go on autopilot sometimes, right? You're in the zone, kind of just do the thing.
Oh, did he? The one that we both, the guy that said something about the meme, he deleted it? No, I don't delete anything,
Kind of
man.
like that. And then they catch him when he's just totally gone. It's obvious to all of us. We see him crash. Blocky says, okay, so Trump.
Hell no. I loved your comment under it.
Got Democrats backing internment of American citizens, war crimes committed by president, and even Justice.
I even hearted his message. I'm like, all right, that's
and
cool.
Justice Alito.
That way it bumped it up.
Looking like the partisan hacks they are.
I think it bumps up automatically if I reply anyway, too, though. More engagement.
Hate on Block.
I think it hurt me.
Trump is almost like a 1990s Bill Clinton. It proves the right is basically middle of the road on most issues. While the Democrats have gone so far left, they ended up in Adolf's colon. That's a terrible place to be.
He didn't raise his hand. Yeah. I mean, does it? Not even a subscriber of mine.
All directed.
How do you just jump on somebody else's fucking community post and say some stupid shit like that? You know.
The capital in Des Moines, Iowa, and government workers allowed and encouraged.
And obviously, it's.
As he said, he was happy.
I mean, it has meaning behind it, but it's still a meme.
Don't remember anything but him saying he was happy to be in Idaho. Yeah, so that's pretty funny. Certainly, I agree. I think we've seen a lot of Joe Biden. His support does not feel organic. It feels like he said it's union people, it's government people, and it's bringing in different.
I forgot to turn off the reaction thing. I think there's a way you can do it live on another from another
Chubby
mobile
says
device.
Biden will debate Trump, and the only topics will be all the stuff Trump is being gagged on. Sure, yeah, I'll debate you on your opinion of witnesses in the criminal trial.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anytime Trump tries to change to a relevant topic for a presidential debate, the moderators will berate him for going off topic, shut his mic off, and silence him. We'll see each other. Totally right. Just like the trials. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, what if every lawn was transformed into a farm instead of an expensive upkeep of grass? So there's a house in our neighborhood that has basically this going on. It's beautiful. You know, I'll actually take some pictures.
You came from studio? Okay.
Walk by it. It's great. It's great. They have a bunch of stuff growing. Looks like they just, they haven't kicked off.
I don't know if I have studio on this other phone.
It's exactly like this. They've got 4 or 5 or 6 different beds out there growing. Great
He's
stuff.
an idiot. Brakes on the freeway. That's so smart. She looks like an intelligent one, though.
Themselves, and so I might even go to
Isn't she, babe?
Yeah.
Hello.
big brainiac there.
Have a novice gardener. So awesome. Knox says, whoa, great news. Says, hey, TGIF, all thanks to those awesome prayers from the band here. Mama Kelly held on.
And his videos there.
Thank you for all your mighty prayers. Amazing things. That's great news. So a little scared there.
All right, brother. We'll be looking out for you.
Everybody's recovering from that elevated tension and anxiety. And I'm glad great news, good updates. We're going to keep sending those prayers your way though.
Oh, wait, this is regular YouTube. It's not
They're still in the
I have some view on.
okay, so we're going to keep them coming, but that's great news. Thank you for the update on the development. So prayers for Mama and Team Twins and Grandmama, which is a lot. So happy Friday. Thank you, God. Amen on that. And thank you, Knox, for the great update.
Jesus.
We got Glocky's here. Says, big time Obama supporter tweeted this. And he's starting to take on the left and apparently hates Biden and his policies.
140 miles. That's cool.
The same thing. We're going to do so in 2024. Bill Ackman. Wow, this dude's
That's
already
flashing.
from 16.
The one that hit their brakes behind us is catching up again and it's flashing their brights.
9 and 20. So what's he going to do this year? And the tech bros have got to just be running now. All of the finance bros too, with these capital gains and the confiscation of
Now this is only
confiscate your money.
250 miles.
So they might as well just go get your stock. Right? So you got to liquidate your stock, which is valuable, to change that for worthless dollars, and then pay that to the government. Now here's what Glocky says. What does everyone think of history repeating itself? These numbers look good. Yeah. Reagan, Carter. Yeah, I'm down. Fannie can have Georgia, and Minnesota can have Biden. And I like it. Freedomgear.org says, hey Rob, anything in the AZ Nazi going after the Republicans who were investigating the election fraud? Anything in the AZ News maybe? Going after the Republicans who were investigating the election fraud? The government has lost their damn mind. Yeah, so there is a whole indictment.
Oh wow, that's nuts.
Place here going after Jenna Ellis, Sidney Powell is not in this one, but Christina Chavez, Rudy Giuliani. Yeah, we're not getting that. What's going on, Glocky says, and Newsom lost $25 billion trying to fix homelessness. Just admitted yesterday that California still has rolling blackouts. Good luck with those EVs.
Jesus, gas in California, $7.09.
Well,
I was bitching about 12 and a half gallons for 45 bucks yesterday.
California's the canary in the coal mine here at the beginning of the downward spiral. Glocky says, picture of Jupiter from the James Webb. That's just wild, man. Look at that photo. That's incredible. Is there a sun? Wild. Space is just a positive thing about it. So that's the red dot. That's that giant solar storm I was talking
Oh,
about.
55 mile an hour limit? Damn, that sucks.
Here's one from Glocky. How
Dude,
Chads
that really
and liberals
sucks.
Make their sandwiches.
That's the whole state?
Well, first of all, liberals use gluten-free organic diet bread. Oftentimes,
Who knows how old that picture was? Somebody just posted a picture.
Horoscope suggests. They put some vegetables on there, which I'm a fan of vegetables. I can't come from animals. Pronouns are disgusting. Vegan cheese, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Imitation tofu, make you vomit. Avocado toast, okay. A picture of Obama is like, because obviously, barbecue sauce, a bald eagle carrying a steak to top it off. Looks delicious. Definitely have to have it right now. All right, let's have fun. Here's one from Knox. Says, here's an excellent article from Unheard. Why the West will refuse to fight. Let's see what this one says from Unheard. It says, here's my favorite line. On the one hand, our leaders are full of loud-mouthed passion, warning that the days of peace are over, and that we now need to prepare for total generational war. On the other, and obviously, who cares?
Jacob on
Crazy
Rumble.
Service agents are two of many DEI hires under the Biden presidency. I don't know what happened there. What the research tremendous, but someone lost their evidence. Knox says, one of my neighbors has a ride with Biden sign.
That's so
He'll drive a car. My thoughts are, who would let that crazy old man drive a car? Clearly that wouldn't happen. I think he was driving a car one time. Was there a video of him driving a car one time?
Yeah, an electric. Remember him driving an electric
next to him, just in case he, I don't know.
Ford F-150 there one
NY
time.
says, why in the world would Biden propose a capital gains?
Freaked everybody out.
Who's going to vote for him after that? Who would propose that after the election? Bizarre. Doesn't make sense. Unless they know that the election is just a reality. So, we will see. What's up, Londo? Bus bar shopping. So we had Trump this morning was making his way over into court, and they got a screenshot or a video shot of him waving everybody as he makes his way in there today. Trial is in session. So it looks good. Hopefully he got some sleep. I think he had a long day yesterday. He sounded a little bit tired, obviously. And we're going to check in on that one as the day goes by. Here's the motorcade going over to the courthouse. And then this is the scene right now. This is the live scene, it looks like, from the AP. So media posted up as per usual. New York, it's like a little bit low visibility there today. Court session pretty quiet. And we'll check in on that one. Voice of the People sent this one in. It says, to the birth rate story, didn't they tell us we were overpopulating? Yeah, they did. There was that maniac who wrote that book called The Population Bomb. It scared the hell out of everyone. Remember that? We're going to die overpopulation. Just, they're all hysterics. These are people who are just naturally inclined to be hysterical. And they want to be hysterical. They're just programmed that way. And they write books. They go on TV. The ozone layer. Acid rain. Remember that crap? They traumatized us. I remember I'm 8 years old. They're like your building's going to melt. Like my teacher, like my late teacher. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah. Acid from the sky. It's going to melt your
Remember that when I
cars.
was a
I'm like,
kid?
what?
They're all trying to make
That
people
sounds
believe that
bad.
acid rain was real.
And then I, grew up
it's
a
going to
little
peel
bit.
the paint off your car.
Starting that person. Clearly not happening. Our building's melting because of acid rain. They
After
told us
that
it's not.
severe blizzard in
So it's
77.
always hysterical, always going to die, whatever.
The next ice
They
age is
tell women
coming.
not to have kids unless they had a career. But then you get a career and
Now
it's hard to have a
global
kid. You
warming.
work your butt off, so you don't really have time to do all that stuff. Didn't they say to abort babies? Oh yeah, they're still saying that. In fact, they're fighting very hard for that. It's leaf blower guy again. We got 2 appearances today. Aren't they saying to sterilize now using affirming
starving.
care?
I'm
And if
hungry.
you're alive and you don't want
Is
to
it
be,
fire?
we'll kill you.
Huh?
Is it far?
That too.
It feels far.
In
Did
Canada.
it say?
It's really
What the
good.
next?
Hey doctor, I
It's
had
coming up.
a bad day today. Perfect. Would you like to die? This is insane. Hey, it's leaf blower guy. So, yeah, you're right. It was insane.
I'm a wild,
You
crazy
guys
guy
also
today.
remember
I'm doing 77.
Yeah, he's right out here, man.
77.
Hitting all the leaves right there, making sure they're all done.
Life is corrupting me.
Especially that one area right there.
Oh, you're up to
But
30%.
you guys do remember that. I mean, the acid rain stuff.
In there.
Acid rain
Down
breaks
to
down
95
rocks and makes
still.
soil, is what they say. I remember the acid rain stupidity.
Yep.
Rick Donner. They told us that when we were kids, man. I remember clearly. We had like a whole week of it. And they moved us around from different teachers. And I remember acid rain? Seriously? I was scared about it.
It was kind of
what's up? Says awesome that the
Drop
Washington
74.
train support
For
each
him.
other. I agree.
Yeah, he's probably not even there.
Yeah, probably not. But
We're
probably
on an
jumping back and
energetic-
forth
Probably
between
border
somewhere else.
patrol. It's always border patrol.
Through here.
together.
And it looks like it's border patrol.
Watching
The
and
white?
studying our government together.
Yeah, it looks like a way to SUV.
By
Can I bam
ourselves,
them?
or we can do it together.
Huh?
Support
Can I
one
bam them?
another as we
You bam them?
go down. Have some fun.
It's up to you.
Hopefully increase our energy levels.
Shake my burn up in there.
Increase our spirit. Increase our usefulness to
I might get some attention that way. Huh?
our circles.
Oh, there you go. Slam on your brakes.
For 7 months.
Oh, no.
And Roy says, glad you're
Oh,
out
it's
here.
Carrier, though.
Saying that, Roy's sitting out over there. So we just-
I know in Michigan, carriers aren't even certified cops.
Says,
Carrier
"Have a beautiful
patrol.
Friday, Rob,
Really?
and Friday, Rogers, and thank you."
If they want to do something, they can pull you over, but they can't do anything, write tickets or anything. They got to.
Hanging with this, like doing these little rallies. This was yesterday. So, anyways, he was out early.
Start crying.
Yeah,
as soon as they
Marty's
pull over.
breakfast.
Well, it's too late for breakfast.
I think you get breakfast anytime at Marty's.
Really?
I think so.
Just came out a little while ago, as you saw yesterday, that we're up in every swing state and up by a lot in every swing state. So I think we're going to do very well, and we're going to make a play for New York. They said, I just heard there was a very good poll came out. And normally a Democrat will win New York. Biden is the worst president in history, and we have some very bad people here. Want us to run, and we're going to run very hard in New York. New York, we have a good chance of winning New York, in my opinion, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. They're taking my constitutional right away when they
It's a lot
can't go
busier
to-
than when I
That's all
stop
it is.
here at
It's election
7 in
interference.
the
This whole
morning.
thing is election interference.
6:37 in the
So
morning.
the polls have just come out, and I just got another sample. And we're leading every swing state by a lot, and we're leading the nation by a lot. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He makes Jimmy Carter look great. Jimmy Carter is very happy
You're on the
with his
tip,
presidency. Was brilliant by comparison. But this is the worst president we've ever had. He's
Well,
destroying
it's a
our
heads
country.
up.
Close
His head
the
is
borders.
up.
You can do it in one phone call. You can close the borders. Close up the borders.
All right, we'll be back if anyone's still here.
A lot of media, a lot of questions. That was yesterday, so I don't know if he's doing the same thing today, but we'll of course see what that looks like when we come back on that. But yeah, we had some good comments in here. Kimber says acid rain is from SO2, which primarily comes from volcanoes. Well, you should probably stop using so many volcanoes then, okay? Mother Earth depends on it, so turn off your volcanoes before you leave. Londo, wagging the brag. Spices says good news from Knox. John McGarvey says, I'm skipping leg day today. Well, I can't endorse that, John. In fact, I did legs Wednesday, and they still feel wrecked. And then yesterday, I walked around with my weighted vest on, and that was good, man. It's good. Weighted vest is good. All right, John, only one leg day skip. But, you know, friends don't let friends skip leg day. Gypsy Musia says hairspray in the ozone layer. I remember that. Tanya, I remember acid rain. Yeah, it's going to melt all of our crap to bits. Oopsie, why do you have so many leaves? Well, I like to live near trees and nature, and this is an area in Phoenix that we have some of that. So we have a lot of leaves around here that you don't have in other areas of Arizona. Vegetation, cacti, or we'll have, you know, like mesquite trees, stuff like that. But down here we've got a lot of trees, a lot of palm trees, which don't really shed, but a lot of other. You've seen some of the walkie talks. Zone Girl says, yeah, only replace yourself by 2000. We were to be starving. Says John Ehrlich, I believe. Yeah, nuts. Just basically anti-human types of conversations. Hey, Trump names Hunter Biden as his running mate so the DOJ will stop investigating him. Funny. Maybe the CIA will send him to Ukraine then. Bus bars, what's up, 51K? Rub some dirt on it. Says, here's some background on the Jupiter photo from Glocky. Thank you for this, rub some dirt on it. Let's see what this one looks like. Is this one loads up? Looks like a good one. And Zone Girl, yes, shit, but it was the Russians. I'm not saying it was Russians, but He was Russians from the censorship. Most people don't pay a capital gains tax. No, you don't, that's for sure. Pamela B says, I don't anger easily, but I am enraged that the news keeps advertising this as a hush money trial, and it's simply a clerk designated payments as a legal expense, which it is. Yeah, and that's intentional, clearly. Right, to draw, to kind of smear it. Hush money, so it's automatically, Trump's automatically guilty because of the name. Good to see you, Pamela. Trees to Jim, you know, scam. Be the hero to Trump, the liaison between anyone who may have any story that needs to disappear, but Cohen always held the cards on future lawsuits if the Trump connection went sour. Yeah, I think he was kind of a fixer guy, right? He'd probably try to keep tabs on everybody, and if anything went bad, he would just flip, and things have gone bad. He's flipped so many times, he's now, you know, just a bona fide liar. So he's got no credibility, and he's essentially their star witness. Oopsie, good to see you. Spicy says, I'm cooking, running inside and out. It might have missed some good news from Knox, but sending more love and prayers. Yeah, it's good news. So things seem like they're a little stable right now, which is good. Very good news. Okay, so my friends, let us leave it there. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Jennifer, thank you for that dono over on the tubes. KB, thank you for clicking for us today. Spud's in the house. Hey, NY says, why in the world would Biden propose a capital gains tax? Yeah. The only thing I can think is because he thinks he's just going to win. You know, thinks it's kind of a cut and dry case. So, we'll see. But, all right, so, good to see you, my friends. Texas Lead Slingers. We normally start at this time. We normally start at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. I think Pacific, right? We're on Pacific time now. Yeah, so that's when we normally start. Yesterday was just early because of SCOTUS oral arguments, but normally we're pretty consistent. Oh, there were a couple of comments, Bonnie says. Thank you for the reminder, Bonnie. A couple of comments. Let's see. Bonnie dropped one, says, hey, what's up? Says, just to let you know, I will be in Vegas at the meetup. Yeah! Bonnie's coming out. Woo! That's going to be awesome. So amazing, Bonnie. How fun is that? That's going to be. So we got Zach's coming for sure. Bonnie's coming for sure. Bonnie, awesome news. So yes, my friends, if you want to come join, it's going to be, go to watchyourlodge.com, and we'll do an update on that tomorrow at the lodge as well. That's going to be super fun. Cool, Bonnie. Okay. Well, it's happening. It's happening. We're going to have our first meetup in Vegas, and it's going to be, I can't wait. How fun. So I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Awesome. Great update. Great update. So excited to see you. And yeah, we'll be taking pictures. We'll do some streaming, no doubt. Not that anyone has to be on the stream, but I'm going to, of course, stream from there. But it's going to be fun. Bonnie, thanks for the great update. Looking forward to seeing you. So, my friends, if you want to join us, come and join us. WatchYourLodge.com, and we'll have some fun in Vegas. All right, my friends, let's leave it there. It's a beautiful Friday. We got a couple hours till we're back here doing this again. We're going to jump into day 8 of the trial, go through the X scripts, see what else is out there afoot. And so hopefully your Friday is coming to a nice close. The week is feeling like you've buttoned everything up, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, checked all the boxes off, cleared out your email inbox, and you're feeling like it's about to be the weekend time and you're about to enjoy. So my friends, get out there, get after it, make it a great day. I'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.
Figured that video would be over, so that's why I came back. Hi, buddy. Hi. You want to say hi? You say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody? Nobody's here, but you can say hi anyway. Let's find something to play in the background.
Awakening Wonders. Thanks for joining me today for Stay Free with Russell Brand. Sorry that we're late. The dog ate my homework. I do apologise, guys. We are in it now, though, guys. Today is war, more war, funding wars, nuclear wars. What is it good for? Well, evidently the military-industrial complex. We've been talking about the Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson spat regarding the efficacy and necessity for nuclear war, and it's a topic we'll be returning to over the course of the week, because we've got Colonel Douglas Macgregor coming on the show later this week, as well as Dr. Niels, the writer of this book. So we've got some fantastic stuff coming up over the course of the week. In this show, about the border crisis in your country and the corporations that lobby your government to essentially dilute the ability of ordinary Americans of all cultures, religions, and to negotiate for good wages. Is there a conspiracy?
I'm not gonna bitch.
It's a really fantastic piece.
That's a grande.
Really love it. Of course, we're talking about global escalation of censorship. TikTok.
That's what I said. That's a grande?
Signature.
Okay.
One shaky,
That's a medium.
old
Yeah.
man
This is small.
from being banned.
No, mine's a large, yours is a medium.
Okay. I mean, but there's a small exists. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
a small is a tall, a grande is a medium, and a venti is a large.
Pretty soon. So wherever you are now, if you're watching us on YouTube, you've got to click the link in the description eventually, because we'll just be here for 15 minutes. I want to say hello to all you Awaken Wonders, like some all of you guys. Did you enjoy the conversation with Colonel Douglas Macgregor? That man is interested
Somebody's
in
playing
freedom. Russell doesn't look right. Says 28 grand. Who do you think it is?
Somebody's here. I think it's Jared.
Who do you think it is? The shirt. Hello, Limbic Beauty. Hello, all of you. Hello, there's
I
Sir
smell
from
foods.
coming to London
Yep,
early
Jared.
May and like to talk to me
Hey,
about
Jared.
Bible prophecy. We're also talking about the resurgence of Christianity and, of course, Candy
Fix that
Owen's
reaction thing.
conversion to Catholicism, as well as touching on Bishop Murray Emanuel's forgiveness of the perpetuator of violence against him, the fellow that stabbed him. And indeed, he believes that that footage should remain up on X. That's extraordinary. Whose moral universe are we living in now? If you want to become an Awakened Wonder, to get access to all of our content, to join us live for these interviews, to join us when we have our book club this month, we're talking about Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, we welcome you. And for 1 month only, if you use the phrase, which the code really is the phrase, I surrender. You're not surrendering to some sort of dominator force, surrendering to the might that's already within you, allowing it to flow through. You get
Sip it down a little bit.
month free. We'll post that link in the description now, and we shall raise a glass, or at least a crow farting mug, to the concept of freedom. Meanwhile, people are disappointed, it seems, on TripAdvisor, that when they went to Loch Ness, they didn't see a monster. I didn't see a monster, don't go. It's a waste of time. I thought the whole experience was horrendous. I wish I hadn't bothered. It's just a tourist trap. I don't know why they would advertise a Loch Ness monster when it's all alive. Extraordinary. But maybe monsters are real. Maybe monsters are all around us. We'll be talking about the Trump case right away. In fact, we're going to talk about it immediately. Now, I asked you lot, is Trump being gagged because it's a criminal case and the law is the law, or because the judiciary is being used to stymie a political opponent? And there you go, the outcomes are pretty clear. Also, we used it as an opportunity to once again iterate that it's unlikely that impartiality is a possibility in a hysterical temperament like that prevails currently in your nation. Let's have a look at the legacy media's coverage of Trump being threatened with contempt of court.
Judge is now considering whether to hold Donald Trump in contempt.
Hey, 357.
Prosecutors at his
Wow, has no online.
New York say the former president violated orders to not talk about
Get dirty.
the case on social media. Fox's Caroline Elliott joins us live from the courthouse in New York. What happened in court today?
Guy was stretching for you on camera.
Violated this gag order with various social media posts, including attacks on key witnesses like Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels. After the hearing today, Trump continued to post on Truth Social saying the judge should recuse himself in this case.
Hand over the foods.
Which to me is totally unconstitutional. I'm not allowed to talk.
There we go. It's all at the bottom.
Yeah, that girl that was working with him seemed a little bit incompetent.
They were, well, the one lady came out from the back and she was like pissed. She's like, what is going on here? And she just started whipping up drinks.
Well, that Hispanic girl though, she looked lost.
Yeah.
If the case, if we can in our minds hold what this case is about. And in fact, you know, of course, it's
All right,
commonly
back on the road.
or at least that to a degree, this case is a distraction.
Have you been to the casino, Dirty?
How deep a distraction is it? How
Whoop,
far
whoop, sorry,
away
homie.
are we?
Chill, Infinity.
The people of our various nations, we the people.
To infinity and beyond.
That little phrase, from achieving the kind of freedom, achieving the kind of autonomy, achieving the ability to pursue happiness that we might believe we're entitled to. Now, from a spiritual perspective, of course, we'd have to ask, well, maybe we're not entitled to anything at all. What do you mean it's mine?
Phone is getting hot.
It's not a life dedicated to service, it's not a life dedicated to meaning. But let's just remember that this is what this case is ostensibly about. So, the filing of false business reports, portraying the money disbursed to Cohen, aforementioned, just payments for legal services, was a misdemeanor, and the statute of limitations has long expired. DA Bragg, however, leveraged the misdemeanor into a felony by alleging that the false reports were an element of a conspiracy to violate federal law, even though no federal prosecutor has chosen to bring such a case. He charged each of the 34 false reports separately as a 4-year felony with a combined maximum 20 years in prison upon conviction.
And Mike Knuckle, or whatever his name is, says he's going to be there tonight. Mike, check it out.
This is not about what it is.
I'm not a big gambler.
And is there anyone
That's in real life, anyway. Really just bring enough that I expect to lose.
Yeah, truth is a powerful slang. The down, the way, moral acts, Galatians puts it. We must allow ourselves to die in Christ. So, yeah, I like that.
It's a lot smaller than the picture.
As the voice of hush money, it's well known that Democratic President Bill Clinton offered to pay $700,000 to Paul Jones to settle her lawsuit over her
Microwave sandwich. For a microwave sandwich.
To refuse the idea of the
$10.
Democratic district attorney
We paid $31. 2 drinks and 2 sandwiches.
That comes from a socialist news organisation. Entirely different model of reality, and I hope that that's what we're here for too. And it's going to be increasingly difficult to have these discussions because, believe me, the censorship industrial complex is real and it's on the rise. What's happening in Australia is extraordinary but not unprecedented. TikTok is on the precipice of being banned. Brazil are trying to boot X out. Rumble have already stopped streaming there, and indeed Rumble again remain at the vanguard and forefront of opposing this level of censorship. And you know already that the Trusted News Initiative, the organisation, an alliance of news organisations, in fact, from Australia, from the United Kingdom, from the United States, that includes tech giants like Google, have agreed that their real enemy is independent media. That means me and you, because independent media means independent minds and it means free speech. Our ability to communicate with one another, that we might discover that we have more in common than we have that divides us, particularly when it comes to this corrupted political class, this cycle of corruption, sending evidently aid money out into the ether that the Pentagon can very well track, that may not even make it to Ukraine or any other intended destination before once again becoming the donations that keeps the whole cycle moving. And if you want to understand that with a little more depth, then you'll join me for my conversation with Colonel Alex McGregor that our Awaken Wonder community has already seen. Melania, I understand, is going to be selling some jewelry. Let's have a look at that.
And Melania Trump is taking heat from her former press secretary Stephanie Grisham, who's blasting her for releasing a $245 Mother's Day necklace the week her husband's trial.
It seems that the Democrats don't want him on the ballot, and they're using sort of loopholes really to restrict his ability to stand. So, like, once again, Joe Biden won't debate anybody in private. We, the people, party from the ballot. In Hawaii, as in some other states, the signature threshold to get a new third party on the ballot is lower than for independent candidates, so they can start a party. Turns out they're allowed to do that. But look how bureaucracy is deployed to shut down opposition. The judiciary is deployed to shut down opposition. And remember, I don't believe that any individual, other than from sacred to sublime spaces, is going to change the world. I believe we require something a lot more significant, a lot precipice of Armageddon. Even while we're told that what's happening is that your taxpayer dollars are funding Ukraine's war, it increasingly seems likely that there is explicit military involvement from US troops in the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Nearly 100 special forces from 5 Western countries, including more than a dozen Americans, have been operating on the ground in Ukraine, according to the leaked document. While revealed the presence of at least 97 service members of the Ukrainian soil, the cache of documents marked secret, top secret. Don't look at these documents, it's going to be problematic for us. Also, additionally, there are military advisors likely being sent to Ukraine. The US is considering increasing small military presence in Ukraine by sending up to 60 additional military advisors, Politico reported on Saturday, the same day as the House approved $61 billion of spending on the proxy war. Did you see, in fact, the moment that Bill Clinton gave Zelensky the good news about that money? Is it all $95 billion going to him? I think it's 61. Just have a look at that sort of moment. So really, and just bear in mind that at this moment, we know already this is an unwinnable war. You cannot win a war against Russia. They're a nuclear superpower. Their military is much more powerful than was first assumed. There's no question that they've been provoked into this conflict. There's no reason for the United Kingdom and the United States to be involved unless there is a project to destabilize Russia in order to create a unipolar world where American establishment interests are represented, initially supported by taxpayer money, before ultimately becoming the globalist project that it's always been designed to be. But let's have a look at Bill Keaton sort of giving Zelensky your tax dollars as if he's sort of giving him an anniversary card.
Hello, sir. Bill Keaton from Massachusetts. I have something that you're really going to love. This is the official tally of the vote for the supplemental aid.
Yes.
And look at that bill. 73%.
Yes. Thank you so much. That'll do it for you.
That's a good vote.
Good, very good.
It's sort of like Bill Keaton wanted to be thanked or filleted for that, didn't he? He was like, really,
on the road again.
Whenever you give someone a gift or something, maybe when you arrive at someone's house with some flowers and like they don't take it for too long. Like, oh my, and you don't know whether to take your shoes off. Take your shoes off, shoes off house. Like Bill Keaton, like Zelensky though, who at this point, let's face it, is held up and supported by deep state special forces interests, you know, operating in a country that doesn't have elections, in a country that's shut down.
We don't know. Casino.
Anyway, Thomas Massey, he's not down with the literal flag wave.
No, it was so Michael was saying that he was going to go there. I don't know. We're going to go to the house first for the apartment and drop our stuff off.
He posted on Tuesday that he was called up by the house sergeant.
Then decide from there. No real plans yet. I'm hoping it'll be quick. I literally already completely set up the laptop at home, so all I got to do is plug it in for her, make sure it works.
Excuse me, it's fun.